Hi, it's Hazel. Excuse me. Welcome to my channel. It is day 67 of the 100-Day Project. And before I begin, I just would ask that you cast your mind back to Christmas 2021. Like every year, I made a Christmas wish list. And because I was a very good girl, I got everything on my list. Fast forward to May 2023, today, and I am about to finally try my hand at a wax seal kit. Now, despite the fact that I had never even used a single thing, never made a single seal. Sorry, I have a candy in my mouth. When I was placing my one and only Temu order, I ordered more wax pellets because I was confident that when I begin, I will love this. So we shall see. Now, whether or not this becomes a blooper reel, who knows? I cannot promise anything. So I have this little box, a thrifted box of some sort. Don't have a price tag on it anymore. That I put all my stuff in. Now, I guess it doesn't matter. Some of this stuff came with that initial kit. Well, I guess all of it did. So, okay. Wax pellets. Boy. Similar colors. The little spoon. I don't know what the proper name is, but the little spoon for melting the wax. Oh, you know what? While I'm chit-chatting away, why don't I get something going here? Okay, so tea light. Oh my God, these are shallow and small. Okay, I've lined my surface here with a piece of wax paper. I was digging through my desk for some, maybe I should use my coaster. I was digging through my desk for some matches, and I'm not going to show you the name, but I came across this wedding book from 1988. I have to say the couple is long since divorced, but hey, the matches are the matches are still good. Apparently. No, I can't imagine that is such a skinny little tea light that I can't imagine that's going to last very long. Anyway, okay, let's quickly get something heating because now do we know which were the Temu ones and which were the... It would have been good maybe to keep them separate, but okay. These stuck to the cover. Let's get them going here. So what I did was I threw... That's probably not enough though. Let's just go solid colors until I kind of know what I'm doing. I would have thought that this spoon sits a little better. You know what? I might have bought that spoon as a separate thing. Because, okay, I'll get all of these things out of here. This is I think I got this in a grab bag or something. Oh, this is like gilding stuff for the edges, as are these pens, like for doing highlights on the wax seal, apparently. And then, of course, this, I think this was a separate purchase, and this maybe came, one of these, or maybe this one came with that since the wood sort of matches. So these are the interchangeable ends. And then I'll get this box out of here. So of course I picked things that I like. I mean, seals that I like. So what have I got here? I've got the Tree of Life. I've got a compass. What is this? For you. Like a plume, a feather. A bee. Another Tree of Life. Some kind of foliage. That is an H. And this is an S. So this, I'm sure, was a secondhand thing. So we will start with what we have here. Now, I should have gotten rid of what I'm not using, but that's okay. I have enough room here. Oh, and I should say that one of the Temu things that where did I put it? Is this little sort of rubber spatula kind of thing. This end, I think, is for cleaning the little bowl out. And this is probably for stirring. So let's stir this. Now I have that kind of seems to be burning a bit hot there, but who knows? Maybe that's what you need. Or maybe those are toxic tea lights. We can always wonder. Okay. So I would say that is probably ready. So what I remember from watching a number of these myself, maybe let's try this used. Well, what the heck? Let's just try it. Are you going to be able to see if I do it over here? Whoa. Let's do a bigger one. Now, why? Okay, so apparently 4 is too many. Oh, and maybe the bad smell here is the fact that hey, did you know that she started her studio on fire right while the YouTube was going on? Did you see that my napkin caught fire? I was trying to wipe the slopped wax off this thing. There are the scorch marks, people. Oh, okay, well since I have a surplus of blue here, let's get the next one going. This is slightly lighter. So we're only going to, well, I have this tiny one. Let's try just 2 and a whatever. And is it time to lift? Come on. Did I leave it on too long? Is there such a thing as leaving it on too long? Gingerly. Oh, beautiful. Now it's sideways. That is nice. Okay, so once I get rid of this blue, I'll go to a color that I probably would prefer. I can see why people, and I think Tina at Shabby Dabby Doo-Dah is a perfect example of somebody who, mass makes a bunch of these. I'm going to hopefully get a smaller puddle this time. Oh, not necessarily. Well, I don't want to... Should I just try this without a handle? Okay, so clearly I have to be using less wax. Maybe there's a difference in the size of the pellets. Let us use this. I don't know, is that going to just be clear? And maybe one dark blue. and see what happens. I suppose because there's that end on the, you know, the screwy part of the thing. Oh, I have a compass I can try with a handle. Come on. I wonder if I'm leaving these down too long. Maybe a person gets better at judging the time. I kind of made an indentation there. Oh, that's nice too. Okay, let's give this a stir. This will be a slightly different color because I added the dark and the white. So we'll try this with the compass. Or maybe a person, I guess I was watching, but not really. Maybe a person needs to sort of wait a second. Oh, I didn't center that one very well. Okay, let's get another thing in here. No, I don't care for, I'm gonna throw 3 different greens in here because I want to do that tree of life again. That was this one. And then I think after these have had a chance to harden, is that the deal where you can, like I used wax paper, but maybe it should have, maybe, okay. Oh, no, I made a hole in the wax paper. So maybe wax paper was not the thing to use. Maybe it should have been parchment, because wax and wax, hot wax and hot wax. Okay, people, don't use wax paper. Now, that isn't going to matter, I guess, because it'll obviously be glued down. But clearly that is a lesson to be learned. Okay, so this one, not terribly well centered, but I like it nonetheless. Maybe, see, I'm tearing. I wonder if I have access to my parchment paper without making you wait. Oh, see, that's not good. Oh, my pot is about to boil over here. Okay. I guess I'm stuck working on this unless I... Okay, I'll just pour this here. Tree of life. I'm going to just take this off the flame for a second, see if I can reach for my parchment paper. I'm gonna try this. Oh, good. It's right here. Okay. You can burn yourself quite easily. Yeah, I thought that. I didn't think that thing would still be so hot. Anyway, let's throw... You maybe want to see the colors I'm choosing. I'm going to throw that one in there, which is maybe like a mossy green. Again, there's always residue. I can't seem to, now I haven't been using the little scraper. Yeah, and I think I've seen people actually trim these things. If there's way too much having to rip this part of this wax paper off here. Now, okay. For heaven's sakes, don't do what I did. Use parchment paper. Now, I can probably still use that. Now, if the paper wouldn't have adhered to the back of the if the paper wouldn't have adhered to the back of the seal, the wax seal, I would have just, thrown it back in, remelted it, and call it a day. But it did, so I have to live with what I've got. Again, I warned you. First attempt. So, okay. Let me pick another one of these. Oh, the feather might be nice. Okay, I'm doing this over here. Hopefully that's still visible to you. And maybe just a second or two of hesitation. Would be better. So let's see. Now, mind you, I had the most luck. Yeah, it obviously peels off. Well, I spoke too soon. I was going to say it peels off better after it's had more time to cool, but yeah, I suppose. Although that is still paper there. Now this green one. Oh, geez. Let's put something in here. I'm just going to leave those two in there. And I can see I'm going to be changing that tea light very soon. Okay, that's that one. I should try to do some very deliberate, I should be picking this guy up and I should be stirring this. Maybe I would do better with this end. Because the spoon, oh, that's an awful color. Oh, well, that's kind of gray, I suppose. So what can we save this with? Something brighter? I doubt that I would ever use yellow by itself. Oh, that's nice. And of course, when you've got the colors, when you've got multiple colors in, you kind of get more of that swirly effect. So I guess I'm kind of pleased that I can use these without having to keep switching the ends. Okay, that's a Tree of Life. I tried that one. Okay, let's see what's happening here. Don't stir it too much. And then maybe it'll be more probably, let's just try a generic one like this. I'll use this up. See, I'm avoiding my favorite colors so far, thinking that if I can't, like, let's work out the bugs on ones I don't really care about. Let's try that. So I should get rid of this torn wax paper. Now, I have nothing to compare this to, of course, but it seems like it would be interesting for me to know if the height of the burner is consistent from brand to brand and from burner to burner. Whoops. Because obviously the closer it is to the flame, the hotter or the quicker it's going to melt and the hotter everything will be getting. So, okay, I'm going to avoid, oh, I can take this guy out. I can take this guy out. Come on. For you. I don't care for that color. Okay. I'm going to do one little stir. And I'm going to pour this here. Should we try the bee? I mean, those aren't really... Okay, so let's go more dramatic. Let's throw some black in there. Now I have this teeny tiny H, so, and this is a tiny S too. So let's just go with one additional pellet. And see what we... Okay, I tried that one. Did I do that? Yes, I did. This is going to make this gray, I guess. I don't know that I've ever seen anyone pick these up to peel them off, so maybe I'm doing something a wee bit wrong. Okay, so that's the bee. Okay, 1.5 turns, stirs. Oh, it's almost like pancake batter, you know, you can kind of shape it a bit. I should get this out of here. I don't know why it doesn't want to come out. Okay, oh, I said I was going to use the H. H for hazel. Okay, since we have black in there, let's go black and this sort of browny color. So now that I've started, now that I've broken into this kit and I'm seeing how much fun this is, I'm going to obviously keep going long after this video ends so that I can, get a stash of these going. Oh, another thing I should do before ending the video is trying these pens. Now, if I'm not, it's all in Chinese or something. One of the, I believe these are just to add a little bit of, glimmer to the, let's see how the H turned out. Oh, got smoke going here. I think it's that tea light. Compass. No, there doesn't seem to be enough there. Let's do the S instead. Still didn't get this H off. Yeah, I would use, mind you, maybe there's a reason why they have those skinny little tea lights. Maybe a real tea light would just be too much. Why is this so difficult? I don't know. That's not so great, I don't think. But maybe it's like too thin. I don't know. Okay, mind you, there's a lot of wax there, but look how long that wick is. Maybe I should have trimmed that wick. I'll let that maybe solidify a bit, and let's try oh, it's just a gold. It says metallic craftwork pen. Okay, let's try it on something. Well, let's try it on this H because it might be a practice run here. So I'm basically holding the pen. Well, you can see what I'm doing. I'm holding the pen on its side. Maybe that's why they give you tweezers. Oops. Now I guess adding, and I, obviously I shouldn't be so critical, but I guess adding the gold also, whoa, I didn't want that there. Well, tough, it's there now. Adding the gold, of course, emphasizes any, flaws or whatever in the, well, since I made that little boo-boo there where I touched it, so maybe I have to just randomly make marks all over the place, and then it looks like that was my intention. Yeah, that probably helped it. She said with a question mark at the end. Oh dear. Okay, let's try another one and maybe be a little more cautious this time. How about silver on blue? And it's probably like most other things in the world. some are going to be better than others. Some of the actual seals will be better than others because they've got more detail to them and they cost more, and they're, you know, there's some craftsmanship and involved. Yeah, that adds, I would say. Now, because I had touched it there, I would have to trim that. Well, let's just see how trimming goes. Just going to use my scissors for every purpose. And of course, I'll throw that in there so it can be remelted. Maybe, well, still have that blob there, so maybe I'll just try to even this out a bit. And again, I'm sure that this is like everything else. You get better with practice. But, you know, I would definitely use this. Now this one too is gigantic. And, you know, this, again, because we're working with colors here, this is very much like color theory, in that if you put complementary colors together, you're going to end up with brown. In other words, mud. So, you know, if I start throwing all my odds and ends, especially like where I was using pure color, I could remelt this, and in fact, I probably should, because it's too skinny and part of the design is missing. Maybe I will keep this one because it was my very first one, so sentimental reasons. Yeah, but if I don't like this one. That's kind of pukey. Sorry if it's your favorite color. So I'm going to just chop that up, knowing that at some point I'm going to be throwing all these odds and ends together. And I'll, in fact, maybe since I have a dirty little thing here, I don't care for this one either. So I'm going to throw, well, not, mind you, that won't make brown because it is, and I have to be careful not to overload the little cup either. I could live with this one. This one I trimmed and embellished. This is not bad. Let's add gold to this one. And again, it doesn't have to be as finicky as I was doing it, where every single thing is, maybe I want to kind of just touch the high parts. Make it look a little more random instead of, oh, she colored the edges. Isn't that cool? Or not. Okay, so this I said I was going to, so I'm going to cut it up and put it back in the, oh, no, I can't. Because it has, oh, crap. Sorry. I should have saved, I mean, that will be waste. That'll be garbage. Because now that I've cut it, I can't use it, and I can't remelt it because it was on the, oh, we're going to take this guy out. Because it was on the wax paper, which was the wrong stuff. Oh, it looks like the cooler it gets, easier it is. So, well, that's pretty nice. Kind of almost has a, I was going to say a tortoise shell type look, but not entirely. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Now what's happening here? Okay, that is solidified. Let me cut this wick. And that probably would have been good advice when I first lit the match. Okay, so I've got some yucky stuff in there already. So I'll go gingerly with this because I don't know. You know, this one might be my favorite so far because it's kind of the best shape. And it's... Anyway, we'll see what we get. And it's going to be kind of hard to judge how much of this is actually... Oh, see, this little spatula is kind of good for wiping down the sides. So that was a Temu item. So what I should do is if I ever place a second order, look at some of the seals that they might have. Although at the prices they charge, they're probably not going to be great quality. I'm going to retry this H. I'd be very disappointed if my initial is a crappy seal. So it picked up some of that sort of black that was in there. And maybe the trick is not to do as much stirring as I've done, because then you sort of lose the marble effect. Ah! Do not touch the metal parts, people. If only someone was here to tell me that. This doesn't feel like it's enough. So let me see if I can scoop out some more. Again, sort of reminds me of pancake batter. I might have gotten this spoon from Temu. That is going to be lopsided. I'm not impressed. Again, that was my fault. And I guess I should be making more of an attempt to do this out of the where the little spout part is. So again, I'm throwing in these crumbs. I'm going to throw them all in because clearly the amount I had there wasn't enough. And maybe I'd be happier with the results if I was using colors that I really like. I guess, see, my daughter likes this pukey khaki green, so, and she's also an H name. Oh, but the H is occupied. Let's see if I can get this off. With an H, it's hard to tell which is top and which is bottom. Okay. This will be nicer. I really dislike that color, but it's not for moi. See, I wish I could find the happy, and now again, because I was using crumbs, I wish I could find the happy medium between figuring out how much to use. I don't really like those big bulgy sides, but I also don't like the ones that don't seem quite big enough, like this H. Although this is probably preferable to one that's too big. I should have done a Tree of Life on that one, or the ferny thing. I wonder, am I going to manage to really burn myself? It's a good thing we say that our videos are not for children. I have, whatchamacallit, a wipe here at the ready, because I think once I get this, oh, brother. You know, when you don't like the base color, okay, I'm going to be doing this away from myself because that's where the spout is. But I'm also going to try to get most of this out so that I can switch to colors that I like better. Maybe, I wonder if I had a metallic something in there. I might have put this in, that one. Let's try this ferny one. See, it feels like it's going to be too big. Oh, well. Okay, I'm going to try to wipe this without burning myself. And of course, you need to do it while it's still... Oh, look how scorched the bottom of this thing is. But maybe everyone's looks like that. Or maybe that was El Cheapo and it's not very good stuff. Although you'd think brass is brass is brass. Now let's hope that this wipe did not leave some sort of a coating on there. That, let me get this off here as well. Yeah, it's silicone, so it comes off easily. Good, good. Okay, let's do something fun. Let's do... Doesn't it almost seem like... This is gonna seem dumb to you, I think, but I'm going to do 2.5. So either I'll be able to cut through this or I will need stitches. Oh! So we will see if 2.5 is the perfect quantity. Okay, there is the H. I guess that's not too bad. It's a bit big for my taste, but... Okay, what am I going to do with the pink? How about a feather? Or a compass. We don't have a good compass one. And I'd better just about be stopping because we're at the 45-minute mark, so that is too much. I mean, I'm having fun, but how much fun could this be for you guys? So I said that I was going to do the compass, right? And of course, if a person was doing this, like, you know, not on video, it would be, the thing to do would be to, you know, just keep using the same mold over and over again, make a number of the ones in the color you want, and then switch colors, and then again make multiples of the same thing. Boy, this almost looks like... So it looks like 2.5 is not enough. That's my prediction here. So in that case, I'm going to do an S. I think another thing that I should test out, another theory, oh, see, this one is nice, is, and this was the one that had been remolten. See a smidge of greenish in there. A theory that I'm going to test is that I shouldn't have plunged that in, quite so quickly, because let's add this and this and this half and that little bit that was in there. Maybe that'll do something. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, to pause a moment before putting the thing in, because it just, you know, spread out. So maybe if it had hardened a wee bit, it wouldn't be so thin and runny. I don't know. Does that make any sense whatsoever? Yeah, I have to say I like that S one. And it's, well, I guess maybe the design is deeper than the H. And you can just tell that this looks really cheap. So I'm not sure where that H came from, to be honest. That's pretty, this is a Tina color, if there ever was one. Okay, I'm not going to stir this. Where's my compass? Okay, I'm going to use the compass. It's kind of, you know, a little bit marbly looking. Can you see? What can you see? Well, I guess you can see. Maybe I shouldn't be trying that hard to get every last speck out. Wait, like we say to the dog when I pretend shoot her. Wait, wait, wait. Because of course she would like to immediately pop up after she's been shot so that she can get her treat. But the idea is to build discipline and really earn the treat. This is a dark purple. We'll add that too. So I got 3 different things going there. And this is the last one I'm doing in front of you guys. I better throw these pieces out that have the wax paper on them. Okay, so if you're still here, if the takeaway for sure is do not use wax paper. Okay, I'm not going to really totally stir that one either. Look how nice that is at the back. Oh yeah, beauty. Again, a bit thin at the edge, but so I think my conclusion here is that it's like everything else. You get better with experience. But it's, you know, there are many variables. Getting the size right. And it's a matter of taste too. Like maybe some people love the big heavy edge. That's going to be a nice one. Wait. 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 And maybe maybe this size, like the S and the H, maybe those are more historically correct? Like back in the day, it would be interesting to know what size seals they used. Like I can see something like this kind of being, a seal, somebody would have sealed a letter with or something. Some of these seem, as pretty as they are, they seem rather big. But of course, we're using current day supplies and techniques. Okay, so I've blown out the tea light, and I'm going to lift this one, and then I'm saying goodbye. Maybe not enough time. Love the color. Okay, so I've said what I've said in terms of what I've learned, and it it seems like it should be a no-brainer, but truly be careful. This thing is hot. This thing is hot, and of course these ends are hot. So please don't burn yourself. Please don't get scarred by this experience. And I'm going to continue playing. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm glad I finally dug into my old Christmas present, because now I'm going to be a wax seal maniac. So again, we will see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye.